Today we move to another critical input signal in the Ke-Jetronic system, the coolant temperature sensor. This small sensor tells the control unit how warm the engine is. Based on that information, the system adjusts the fuel mixture for cold start, warm-up, and normal operation. If this sensor sends the wrong signal, the engine may run too rich, consume too much fuel, or become difficult to start. This sensor works using a negative temperature coefficient resistor. That means when temperature goes up, resistance goes down. The control unit reads the resistance and calculates the engine temperature. Mercedes used several versions of coolant temperature sensor. Single-pin sensor, two-pin sensor for the KE control unit and the EZL ignition, four-pin sensor, same thing. The only difference is that on a four-pin sensor you have ground. Even though they look different, the principle of operation is exactly the same. To test the coolant temperature sensor correctly, we must measure it twice. Once when the engine is cold, once when the engine is warm. For this test, we need a multimeter, access to the sensor connector. With the engine cold, we disconnect the connector and measure resistance across the two terminals. Typical value should be approximately between 2 and 3 kilo ohms depending on temperature. Now we repeat the measurement with the engine fully warmed up. When the engine reaches operating temperature, the resistance should drop to between 300 and 400 ohms. If the resistance does not drop when the engine warms up, the control unit will think the engine is still cold. That means the system will continue enriching the mixture. Typical symptoms: high fuel consumption, rough idle, difficult warm starting. Early KE systems, KE1 and KE2, rely heavily on this sensor. If it fails, the engine behavior can change dramatically. Later, KE3 systems and newer are slightly more tolerant because additional sensors help correct the mixture. For 4-pin sensors, the measurement principle is the same. The two circuits inside the sensor curve, the ignition module and the control unit. Both should show nearly identical resistance values. Measure diagonally. The coolant temperature sensor is a small component, but it plays a very important role in the Ke-Jetronic system. Always test it both cold and warm before replacing it. In the next video, we will speak about the airflow potentiometer, how it works, how to test it properly. If you truly want to understand how the Ke-Jetronic works, this is something you cannot skip. See you in the next one, and as always, happy Mercedesing.